What's up, everyone? I just wanted to do a quick little video today about the newest pot card from the new OCG set, Chaos Origins. So for you that play the TCG, this is the next core set after Blazing Dominion. I believe you guys are getting Blazing Dominion this weekend, and then Chaos Origins in a couple months. So this card right here, it got a lot of hype when it was announced because, the newest pot card, pot of, greed, pot of desires, pot of avarice. Those have shaped like competitive game throughout its years, and pot cards are a big deal, right? I guess some of them are flops, like there's like a pendulum one. There's one that puts back banished cards. I forget. It's not important. But this one, so this one was getting hype as a blind second card. Let me just read you the effect before we go on any further. So there's like some translations out there for the effect, but basically you can draw cards up to the number of cards your opponent controls. And then if you drew 2 or more cards this way, you shuffle back that many cards minus 1. And then after you activate this card, until the end of the turn, you cannot activate another Taiman na Zubu, Pot of Negligence, or Sloth, whatever. So, an important thing about the last restriction on this, that is actually part of the effect. So, as far as I can tell, and I've consulted like a judge or two about this, if you ash this card, because you're ashing the effect, the restriction does not apply. So you can use it again. So a lot of people, they saw this card, they thought, wow, this is an insane blind second tool, Tempai, whatever the flavor of the month blind second OTK deck, this has got to be a staple. And I agree. If you're going second or just post side, I think having 3 of this is kind of incredible. If you're not like a really heavy hand trap deck. If you play any sort of board breakers, I think this card is incredible, obviously. And playing it at 3, there's no issues because let's say you ash 1, as I mentioned earlier, you can just activate it again. Or if you draw multiple and then the first one resolves, so let's say your opponent has 4 cards on it. And I don't know, something happened to your first 2 cards. You have 3 cards in hand. So you draw 4. Let's say you started the game with 3 of these in hand. You can just shuffle 2 of them back. So you're shuffling back just mulligan for the best 3 cards. So it's, in terms of card economy, it's the same as Upstart Goblin. It's just a +0. But you are constructing your hand to be pretty much as potent as possible. And even under, a half board, like let's say they end on a monster +2 back row, like drawing 3 and shuffling back 2 if they had 3 cards, that would be crazy, right? So I'm not here to talk about it as a blind second card because I think that's what most people originally thought this card would be. What I'm going to say is that, you know what? It's actually not a bad card going first. So think about Fua, right? So Fua, generally, unless you're ending on something like Seals or a remix where you tribute and then have nothing on your board and then you can Fua. Fua's a dead card going first for most decks. I mean, some decks like Malice, you can normal summon the Fua, turn it into like an Almirage and back up. There are some things you can do with Fua. And some decks have like a built-in discard, like Cupsy Yemue. What I'm saying is that if your deck has any sort of discard fodder, or any way of making use of a useless card, like let's say you're playing Orcust or something, this card is incredible, even going first. I just think the ceiling is so high. Of course, in Sky Striker, let's say, I don't know, you have Rose in hand, maybe you have a duplicate Talents or a duplicate Thrust in hand. This just You can shuffle back the duplicates, and you're just increasing your chance of seeing, multiple engage. But even in other decks, I'm sure, if you play some type of branded variation, you just increase your chance of seeing branded fusion, or whatever your power spell is, right? So, so going first, if you have any kind of discard fodder, let's say you're on Super Poly, Droplet, or your deck just, has some mechanism to discard, this card is honestly very good going first. Or, sorry, I shouldn't say it's good going first. You don't mind it going first because its ceiling going second is so high. So obviously, pre-side, you don't know you're going first or second. If you're not a blind second deck, you might think, oh, do I really want to play this? It doesn't do anything going first. I was trying it at one this past weekend at a couple events, and I have to say I was blown away. I was really impressed by how it performed, and I think at least for Sky Striker, I would, if you're on a relevant amount of discard cards, then I think this is really good. Obviously, in Sky Striker, you have something like Area Zero if you're on that. Super Poly's been really popular recently. You can send it for Droplet. I was actually so fun. So maybe you guys have seen my recent Master Duel video showcasing this card, but I finally found a copy of Serial Spell in paper. This card hasn't been printed in over 20 years, so it was a little bit difficult. Shout out to my buddy Peter for finding this for me. But this also has like a discard built into it, right? So I had plenty of ways to discard Pot of Negligence when I was going first and I didn't need it. But then when I opened this card going second, or let's say, because I'm also on Crown, right? So it's such an insane card on turn 3 as well. So if I'm going first, I have any way to survive the turn. The game gets a little grindy. Your opponent ends with a couple monsters on board. Like they could make like a push, but couldn't kill you, and then boom, you slap this down. You're right back in the game. So if you like crown your own guy, you survive a turn. This card, I was initially thinking is just kind of useless going first. But in the grind game and just the potential going second, I think justifies playing it going first. And that's pretty much all I wanted to say. Like, I initially went into the weekend thinking, this is a nice pull, but I don't really want to blind second. It's a great side deck card, I thought, but in Striker specifically, and I believe in probably other decks, I think this card is really crazy. Usually for OCG cards, they'll get announced, and everyone will have their initial reaction like, oh, this is crazy, and then they'll just kind of forget about them until they come to TCG or Master Duel. So, I mean, I guess it's probably the same thing. Maybe you'll watch this and you'll forget about it until it releases in whatever format you enjoy. But I gotta say, I really thought this card was an awesome performer. It's actually, I'm pretty sure it's the most expensive non-overframe in the set, but the prices have been dropping kind of drastically from what I heard. It was originally, for an OCG card, this is pretty expensive. I think it was like Roxanne, which is a little bit more than $1. I just happened to natty pull one. I actually pulled a second one as well, so in a different box, so I got really lucky. But I think now I heard it was only like Sanzan, like 3,000 yen. I think a lot of people are along the same lines, like, oh, it's a side deck card at best, but no, I'm really impressed by it. I thought it was really good. So just be hyped for it whenever it comes to your format, I guess. Or if you play on like a simulator, maybe you can try it for yourself and see how you feel about it, even in a go first deck. But yeah, so that's all I wanted to talk about. Just get a little hype for the new pot. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you. Actually, maybe I won't have a video for next season of Master Duel because I'm going on my honeymoon. But if I have the time, I will try to upload again. So have a great one, guys.